Well, greetings and welcome back to another episode of me floundering around, trying to figure out what the hell I'm actually trying to do here. I have made several changes since the last video. I decided to kind of screw around some more with perspective and tiling, trying to get the rooms set up, and this is the current state of the cryo room. I switched some things around. I put that one vent that was down here up here, and I think that I'm going to use these vents, this little tile here, primarily as the what was I thinking about doing with them? Primarily using them as the air vents that the player will be traveling through. Because I'm going to have an air vent system in here, I'm fairly certain, that will make it a little bit easier for the character to move around once they start exploring. There will be a central air vent system that they can instantly teleport to from any air vent that they find, which will make it easier for them to get back to the safe room where they can rest and heal up and possibly have access to some type of merchant system that I'll be getting into more later too, because I do have an idea for merchants. I don't really think it would make sense for someone to be standing behind a counter on this space colony, having a merchant job. It just doesn't seem like something that would happen. So I've got something planned for that. But yeah, this is the current the cryo room. It's also the starting room where the player is going to start. One of the things I'll be doing towards the end of this video, and it's going to be the part that I really stumble around on, is we're going to try to set up, or at least get started on the opening sequence where the player is found in the cryo tube by the first two teammates that you'll have, because it'll be two people coming in at once basically, and you're going to have a party of three right off the bat. 3 permanent members. It's not going to be one main character and then 2 castaways. These are going to be 3 very important people to the story. But they're going to come in and wake him up, and then there's going to be a little fight after that, and then the player can get to the game. At the beginning, the air ducts here will be locked to the player. I don't know if I'll give them a quest to get a tool to open the air vents, or if I'll just unlock it once they get to the safe room the first time. Just so that they can't bypass the first few things I have planned for them, they won't be able to use the air vent right away. I still haven't decided there. And I do have a few events set up in here already. Just real simple ones. I've set up a little generic sparkly here, and I'll show you how easy that is to set up here. We'll just delete those, and what I did is, you go to the event tab here, and then you double click the tile that you want to set the event up on. And I don't need to worry about any of the contents over here or anything like that yet. But I want these cryo tubes, these cryopods, to sparkle, because they're the only pods in the room that have life in them. All the other pods have had their power shut off in order to preserve this one cryopod in the room. That's what was going on in pretty much all of the cryo rooms around the station. But what I need is, I think I'm going to start to lose my voice in this video too, but what I need is something that will sparkle and shine. Here we go. Under flames, these things, just a little sparkle, and you can change the speed. Let's set that to 4 times slower, and you want to set it to stepping animation. It's not going to be moving around, so it doesn't need walking animation, but stepping animation means it'll animate in place. And priority can be same as the character. We also want to set the trigger to, now I'm not sure if it should be auto run or parallel process, but we're going to find out. I'm still not that knowledgeable about triggers and about the scripts over here, or about the events and everything over there. You'll see, it's going to be quite hilarious later on. But we'll copy that one, place this here, and just choose the other sparkle over here. It'll be a little bit different. And now, let's just test it out. I want to see if it's going to sparkle. or if I need to set it to something else instead of parallel process. And no, it does sparkle. It works. I also changed the music in here because my guitar playing is absolute shit. And it didn't sound very good, so... This will be now probably the first song that the player hears. Besides the title screen. Or whatever intro is actually before this. Because they're not just going to hit start game and be thrown into the cryopod there. There should be a little cutscene explaining things before that. Even if I have to piece it together in like a GIF animation and then load it as a movie. But one of the things I did also was set up an event so that this plate will slide off of the wires there. And then you can actually slide it back on too. Something I was just fooling around with, seeing how it would work. This will probably be the same system I use to open the air vents. They'll have an animation that the player can trigger that will switch between closed and open. So yeah, at some point these wires will serve a purpose, probably for some quest. I don't know what yet. Haven't really got that far. Maybe they have to reroute power or something. Again, I don't know. There will probably also be items in the lockers here. Probably just some minor healing items, or maybe even some armor. Again, haven't really decided yet, but I want something in there. The cryopods here, they'll all have a description. Something sad, like the person inside is dead, or it's got no power, there's nobody in there. Just something for the people who want to walk around and examine things. And here's the hallway. I need to change the exit for the cryo room, but this is the test hallway. I was testing out various walls, various doors. You can see I've got the environmental alert system above each door. This will alert the player to let them know just by glancing that this room is hazardous. Now that red flashing means hazardous. It could mean anything. It could mean that the room is exposed to the vacuum and you'll take damage in there as you move around, or it could mean that there's hostile life forms detected in there. And it could mean nothing at all. I mean, I probably shouldn't do that. I want it to mean something. Get angry, music. Good lord. But yeah, this is the test area. I wanted to see what the various walls looked like. And the merchant system that I talked about will probably end up being vending machines like this. They'll all do something. I don't really know what yet. But the way you'll make money is the monsters will drop resources, and then if I do it right, you should be able to put the biomass into the vending machines, and the system will reward you with credits. Basically a system set up and designed to keep the station clean. I'm hoping that it'll work out. Again, another air shaft here. This might actually be where the safe room is, so this one will lead you directly to the safe room. I haven't decided yet. This little path here is going to be for a trolley system, I think. I don't know if it'll actually have a trolley. Maybe something like a mule bot that just follows that path there that the player can ride on. And it could also lead to an important part of the station later on. I'm still not sure yet. But yeah, this is pretty much it so far. I'm still not sure on the finished design for the hallways. I kind of like how they look right now here. But one of the things I wanted to try and set up in this video was I wanted to test setting up an overhead pipe system here. Because on this wall you can see I've got pipes running along the top. It's a real pain trying to break up the monotony of these walls, because otherwise these hallways are just dead and lifeless. Bringing these hallways to life it's kind of a pain. It's not as easy as, say, working on a mountain or forest where you've got free reign to just roam all over the place with height variations and clusters of trees and rocks. I mean, the hallways do have to look, they have to serve a purpose. They're not going to be winding and spiraling and have dead ends and nooks and crannies all over the place for no reason, in my opinion. You could do that, but my hallways are more functional than just, sprawling all over the place. So yeah, one of the things I wanted to do was try to add an overhead pipe here. So let's see, switch to that, and the player should be able to walk under these, and it will hopefully give an illusion of height on the map here. We'll have that one there, and we could have one going through there. How about here? Just to try it. Just to check it out and see how that looks. Another thing that I was doing on the walls here, I was putting shadows on the top here, just so that the walls, the top of the walls, the ceiling doesn't stick out so much. Because otherwise it's extremely bright, and I don't think it blends as well whenever it's that bright. Pretty sure that the shadow makes a significant difference. But if I've set up the pathing right here, where is this? If I've set up the pathing right, we should be able to walk underneath these pipes now. Let's find out. I might have to also change this music in here, because it's pretty damn intense. In fact, I'll just turn it down for now. I like this music. This will be the music for walking around the hallways, apparently. One thing I don't like before I go into the game... Oh, crap. I don't like how this overwrote that. I think there's a way to actually... Yeah, there is a way to do this properly. Okay, let me sneeze here real quick. Okay, that felt good. I'm better. But one thing I learned how to do here, let's say you're trying to place a tile, but it overrides the tile below it. Like placing the pipe here. Well, apparently the pipe and the wall. But placing the pipe overwrites that little caution tape that I have running along the floor. Again, the caution tape is there to break up the wall as well, to make it not look so flat. But I don't want it to override that. Now, there may be an easier way to fix that, but what I've found is to go to events here and then click on that spot and then click on graphic, and if I find the pipe here, which, no, not that piece, this piece, I don't need walking animation. Priority should be above character, I think, and I think I should just put that on parallel process too. We'll find out. And it should, yeah. Let's copy that then, paste it again, and it should make it so that it looks right, but it doesn't overwrite that tile that was under it. Okay, we can walk under it. There we go. So, that doesn't really look that great there, the way it's breaking up the rooms, and the way there's two of them that close. So that's probably not going to be the final setup for it, but it adds another layer onto the map here, which is making the hallways look a little bit more alive. There are various little tricks like that will probably come in very handy. One trick that I would like to learn is how to get it so I can walk underneath this wall here, because this wall is raising off the ground, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, perspective wise, I should be able to walk underneath this wall, I think. And it's one thing that's kind of throwing off the design, in my opinion, is that it looks like it should have height, but you can't walk behind it, so it doesn't. Also, these doors, I don't really care for the blending on the bottom of them. I don't really care for these doors at all. I wanted bigger doors, but I couldn't make it work visually. This was the best I could come up with right here. And there we go. This music's nice and peaceful. I like the setup so far. Okay, but enough of that. And one of the things that I'm going for in the first hour or 2 hours of the game, I don't know how long this is going to be yet, but for the first good chunk of it, I want the map to kind of feel tight and claustrophobic. So it's going to be small, narrow hallways, beams and pipes overhead getting in the way. It's going to be a claustrophobic experience. And the main reason for that is because whenever the game finally does open up and let the player explore the rest of the colony, the world map, it's because this is what the world map looks like. I want it to be kind of breathtaking to the player whenever they're finally exposed to the outside world map here, and after being condensed in the colony down below, because they might think that they're just in some type of, colony ship that is, say, like from the movie Aliens, just tight and packed in and claustrophobic, but they're actually on a space colony island, I guess you could say. The best way I've been able to kind of mock it up here is this is the part that's dangling underneath the colony. I mean, there are levels and pipes and rooms and things like that built down into here, down into this part, and hopefully I'll be able to get tiles that will reflect that, like windows and blinking lights, maybe elevator shafts, things like that, maybe some, not scaffolding really, but just something that makes this area still look alive and used, but it's underneath the colony. This is the edge of the colony. This will be one of the barriers for the player. To begin with, think of it like a river or an ocean. They can't actually cross over this barrier here and fly down and explore this place until they get a spacesuit with a jetpack, because otherwise they would just float off the edge and fly away. But what else was I wanting to do out here? Oh yeah, we've got this thing here. This is supposed to represent kind of the glass dome, or the force field dome over the colony, because this will be where the colony is built. This will have like various buildings and pathways and things like that. I still haven't figured out exactly how I want to set this up. Primarily because I don't know, like, let's see, I don't know if I should have more of this blocked in to be, say, the glass dome thing. I'm not sure exactly how this should look. It's going to take me a while to become pretty happy with it. I'll have to do a lot of experimenting with it. I don't want it to look like water or ocean there. So again, this tile is also probably not final, but I'll have to figure something out. It's going to take shape eventually over time. One of the things I plan to have also later in the game, and I don't know if this is possible, this could just be me being a Peter Molyneux or Molinox or Moly liar out of his ass, however you want to pronounce his last name. I might be pulling one of those things, but I kind of want one of these pieces to break off towards the end of the game and kind of float away from the space station, because I would like to have a timed event. I know how much people love timed events, but I want to have a timed event towards the very end of the game where the player has to actually get out of the colony, get his jetpack on, and fly out to this chunk of the colony that will have the escape pods in it. For some reason, just for story and just for, hopefully a little bit of tense excitement, that's why the escape pods broke off. But it breaks off, it floats away, and the player has to actually fly through space to get to it as the clock counts down. That's kind of what I'm hoping to have happen. I don't know if I can do that or not. The map editor might not allow me to edit the map like that. Well, actually, yeah, it could, because I could probably copy it, make a copy of the map, and then just have the player teleport to that copy whenever the time comes. That would work, actually. See? Sometimes you just gotta, work it out and it'll come to you. That would probably work now that I think about it. I was worried how I was gonna do that, but that would work. I'm pretty sure. The hard part for me on the world map here is gonna be getting the tiles that I need, because I don't really have any futuristic looking buildings, anything like that, which is kind of unfortunate. I need decent looking pipes or windows and things like that down here that I don't have yet. This shouldn't look like dirt. It shouldn't look like sand or clay. It needs to be a little bit darker material, something like a meteorite. Like this whole colony was built into a giant meteor or something like that. this should probably be darker. I don't know if I should even be seeing this band here of the bubble. Probably, I don't know. I'll have to mess around with it a little bit more, but I don't really want to be doing any tile painting right now. I've been doing enough tile painting over the last few days, as I've screwed around with this, trying to get like this room to look right. I still don't know if this perspective looks good. You guys can, again, yell at me in the comments, because this whole perspective and setting up the tiles correctly, not really my thing. It's kind of difficult for me to see where I'm screwing up. Because again, you have to remember the village of Grimrage. That village actually looked good to me. I could play a game entirely in that flat style and be happy. I didn't think that those were bad graphics, but we can do better than that, I think. At least add more detail and things. It just has to look right. So yeah, back to the hallway here. What did I want to do? I kind of wanted to make a new hallway. Like the actual hallway that the player will transfer into once they leave the cryo room. So, let's go ahead and how about... Actually, no. We're going to copy this room and I can paste it, right? Okay, good, I can. I was worried if I pasted it right there that it might overwrite that. This will still be the West Hall. Again, this name could change because I don't know the layout of the space colony yet. I haven't sat down and mapped anything out because at this point I don't even know all the rooms that I need. So until I get a little bit further than where I am now, this will just have to do. So let's see, yeah. Width, I think 50 is a fairly respectable length. Height, the hallway that we're going to set up is going to look pretty much exactly like this room. I just need to switch a few things around. I think that we'll leave this, actually. And what we need to do is start replacing these tiles, because we don't need this here or this here. It all needs to be this color. I think that this will be the first color of wall that the player sees, because they're going to start kind of deep down in the colony. And that's where the brown walls are. These will be closer towards the surface, and again, these are for like medical or research. And these are pretty much the only walls that I have and like too. So, you know what, first off, let's just go ahead and start replacing that here. Just snake along there and extend it all the way out to the edge. There we go. Start replacing this one. Fix that pretty easy. I do like these benches here too. I don't think you can set them. Maybe you can set them. I didn't really test them out. Fill that in. This event right here, I was trying to set up an event that would let me pass through a wall, but unfortunately I did not get it figured out. Paint this. And oh, dang it. One thing I didn't think about was I shouldn't need decorations on this side of the wall, but I guess we'll see. We'll see how it looks once we playtest it here. Because the player can see all of this stuff that I build here. All of these walls that I set up. Oh boy. Getting these doors built, that was pretty fun. In fact, you're going to see me build them again here. I can leave the signs. I have to build this again. And I think almost done here. Oops. I don't know if we'll use all of this space or not. But we're at least going to set it up. Okay. That looks kind of wrong for some reason. I still think that my perspective is really screwed up. I think that's what my biggest problem is. Maybe not. Also, let's see something here. So I think that this whole map should be centered. Control T shifts it. Okay, shift this to the left. How about, I don't know where exactly this would be even. Let's just shift it to, okay, 10 was too much. Shift it to the right. 5, that's a little bit better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, wait. 1. Can I move this? Aw, why is my arrow keys not shifting that, dang it? Okay. Count it manually with the mouse, even though my mouse bounces around because there must be dirt in my mouse or something. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, so that's 21. Now, what's the other one? From the edge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Crap. It can't be perfectly centered because it's not wide enough. Unless... just do one more width there. I think that should be good now. Get a little bit of symmetry going on here so that this place looks like the Lost Woods. Get people confused. I think that this whole room actually needed to shift to the right one spot, if I'm not mistaken. And that should be centered up. Okay, so what do we need to do around here? First off, let's shade in the tops of these walls. I think it looks better. I'm willing to hear a consensus on it in the comments. If this looks awful, you can let me know. This isn't a shareholder meeting, though. You don't get to dictate everything. It's still ultimately up to me. Okay. Block that out. Erase all this crap. Damn it, mouse. Quit working against me. We have a lot of work to do here. You can't constantly be screwing up. I'm not going to be building all of these rooms from scratch either. Throughout the entire thing. At some point I'm going to start copying and pasting parts of the rooms. Because like, I can copy... let's see, real quick. I can copy this part right here. Or I could copy all of this, use it as a template somewhere, and then copy another section and use it as a template. So eventually, once I have enough pieces, I'm just going to start cookie cuttering them into various different shapes, provided I can ensure that they don't get Daggerfall syndrome, start to just run together or look completely insane. Which is probably harder said than done. Or easier said than done. Harder to do than to say, than to speaketh. Okay. So there's the ceilings blocked in. Still have a few things kind of wonky though. One of them being that pipe here. Oh, you bastard pipe. Hang on. Actually. Okay, if I hold down shift, I did learn that trick. If I hold down shift, it won't remove the shadow there. Amazing. Now, one of the things that we have to replicate here is this little trim from the corner that I have been using. Let's see, where is it? I kind of like how it breaks up the edge there, so that it's not so dull, I guess you could say. Makes it stand out just a little bit more, as a corner should. There it is. This thing. Is that really the right height? Is this really the right piece? It's gotta be. Okay. So place it like that. There we go. And I think that looks fine. I don't know if I should place it every certain number of positions. 1, 2, 3, door, 1, 2, 3, door. Okay, so there's spaces. No, I don't think that that would look right. Can I have it on either side of the doors? I could actually have it on either side of the doors in a different area. Because I don't want to be using these little awning things that I've got over the doors for, like, say, the research area as well. I may not even use these little wings that are floating right now anyways. They could easily get replaced. Okay, so what else did we have there? That's right, we had this thing, a notice board, and it also had a fancy shadow. There we go. Now this setup here I don't particularly care for, primarily because how the hell does somebody get to this back chair if people are actually sitting here? So this tree might have to go. In fact, yeah. I could maybe... No, I guess we'll leave it like that for now. And I need my vent. There we go. So that's going to be where the safe room is. Again, most likely. I don't know if I should have a shadow. Maybe just a shadow underneath it like that. Doesn't look that good, but it can stay for now. And what it's going to happen is once the player actually walks up to the vent and uses it, it's going to switch between that animation. So it'll go from closed to open, to closed to open. And that's how they'll be able to go through it. And again, I don't know how I'm going to block that off at first. Probably make them get some type of tool or something like that. I don't know yet. What else should we do? That's right, I need to reset up the little awning things here. So, instead of copying them from the door here, how about we actually find them and lay them down here? It's this one right here, so just drag the box and plaster them down, and that's good. That does it. I don't think they need a shadow. The doors, I will put shadows on. I think it looks a little bit better that way. And that's right, you know what? I need pipes up here too. So, just mirror that side. Did that by... I think I would need this one. I didn't really care for this little gasket around it because it made it stand out way too much. Whoops. No, that's wrong. Oh, that's right, I have to make that an event. The question is that the right one? I think it is. That's what I want to use. So, make an event here, because I can't place that tile over that other tile without it disappearing, which is unacceptable. So take this one, this little corner piece. That's what I think needs to be used. This corner piece here is almost, or is exactly the same as that one, it looks like. And I'm going to put it at a parallel event. Maybe I shouldn't do that. I don't really know yet. I'm not going to give it a custom name yet either. I might go back and do that at some point. And let's just run this down. Some places on the station will have these pipes busted, and they might have water on the floor, or maybe be blowing steam or something like that. But this place that we're starting in, again, it's going to be fairly safe. The safe room is there. It's got vending machines and things like that. It's going to be kind of it's going to be the hub for a good chunk of the story, most likely. Okay. Ah, bastards. That's right. Don't need this. Going to remove these pipes here. Okay, copy that one. And there we go. Because I don't really want the pipe coming through right there. Also, what should we do? Maybe I could, well, actually, hang on. Have one right here. Whoops. Hang on. There we go. So I don't overwrite that. We'll have a pipe right there. And could also put one right there, maybe. It's fairly close to what I had before, I think. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's not too bad. And I might mimic that. Ooh, actually, hang on. What I needed to do is move this down one more. If I'm not mistaken. That would look a little bit better. Okay, so plaster those. No, wrong. Super bad wrong. Okay. I'm gonna remember to do that correctly at some point. Okay. There we go. And I think that looks better. I have a one space gap there, one space gap there. This event, get out of here. You're worthless. You didn't work correctly. Oh boy, setting up events for me is fun. It's gonna drag out throughout the rest of the video once I actually start doing that. Okay. You'll see. Now I should be able to copy this, right? Oh yeah. Just like this. And then paste it like that right there. Aha! That works. Just that easy. That's as easy as it is right there. And then should probably actually... No! I've just kept this. There we go. Copy that, paste it down, and I want to just check this area out now. So, put our player there, and yeah, let's check this place out. The Fall of Atlantis. Probably gonna have to change that name because it's pretty damn spoilery. If anybody has any common sense at all wants to hear that. So yeah, we can walk underneath that. We got 2 rooms there. There'll be another one here. Might have another room or something here, I'm not sure. This wall, what's wrong with you? Why do you look weird? Something's wrong with that tile there. I don't know what it is. Okay. I don't really understand why I can walk on that tile, but I'm gonna apparently have to fix the pathing on it, or the passageway on the tile set. We got some cards here. I'll probably set up an interaction on those cards. I could set it up so that there's a cutscene with those cards too, so that if you've got a specific person in your group and you interact with those cards, that a cutscene plays and maybe they play cards or something to add a little story, character between the characters. So what else should we do here? Kind of liking how this hallway looks. And you can dash. I'm not going to remove dashing from these hallways. I think I've mentioned that though. Hey, you can stand on the benches. And I think I've mentioned it, but I'm going to mention it again. No random battles for the most part. I will have monsters that, you know, they walk around. They'll randomly path. Some of the monsters will chase towards you, and you'll have to run for your life. But there will be very few areas where you actually have random battles. In the air duct system, at one point, well, depending on how I set up the air duct system, there may be random battles. I still haven't decided. If it's a narrow passageway type system that I set up like real air ducts, I'll have random battles, because having monsters that path in a one tile wide hallway is almost more annoying than random battles, because it's a for sure forced battle, and you might just get luckier with random battles and not have to fight at all. So what else do we need to do? We go through the door. This door takes a little bit longer. They won't all take that long. And I think that's it. What I need to do is change the pathing on the tile set. That is... which tile is it? Some of these tiles are not very useful to me, but some of them I simply can't do without. Was it down here? Maybe here? Still don't know my tile sets that well, as you can quite plainly see. Well, where is that tile? Here it is, right here. Okay, no passage on you. I think that will do. Someone was giving me advice on how to use this passage option. They said to use it on things like pianos and bookshelves. It looks like on some of these it's already set up, which is pretty dang nice. I didn't know that it was already set up on some of those. That would have saved me some time, I think, whenever I was setting the passage options, because I didn't need to block off the bottom part on them whenever I turn them to X's, because the player can already pass through them. Now, the one thing I did check, and I was checking on the roof tiles to see if I could walk underneath the wall here. You can't set passage on ceiling tiles or on wall tiles. I was going to have it so that if you approached from the top of, say, one of these tiles, that you'd be able to walk through it and underneath it, but for some reason that's not an option. You can have passage yes or no, but you can't have passage underneath, and you can't have passage from just one direction either, which is sad. Well, what else could we do? I do need to set up a few actors here, because if we're going to be trying to set up this event cutscene, I'll have to have a few named actors. So we've got Nora and Stoops, but who else we need here? Let's see. Scroll through my list here. And again, some of these names are probably going to change. I would like to have a bunch of Easter egg names. Well, not a whole bunch of Easter egg. Well, yeah, actually it will be a whole bunch of Easter egg names. Because I'm kind of hoping that my viewers aren't the only ones who play this. So you guys will know who the names are and what they mean, but anybody else who gets it, they won't know. It'll be, I guess, an inside. Not really an Easter egg, but an inside name. So let's see. Jaden, he's the engineer, so he can have the engineer set up. Description. This guy is awoken from the cryopod by Emma and Dennis. Let's see. For now, his actor can be... I don't have... Oh, well... You know, I don't have a custom sprite for him yet, but we can make one. Or do I? Wait. I did make some custom sprites. No, I don't have them imported yet. Well, I already did mess around with some characters. The character maker. I haven't actually showcased that yet. So I should. I don't know why I'm wasting so much time on this, because we're not going to be using this guy. I don't have any more faces from Slackster just yet, but I'm sure that we will. So he can have, for now, this face. It doesn't matter. Jaden, that's him. But actually, let's make Jaden a custom character here. We'll use the custom character creator. This is the character generator. This is why, even though everyone's given me advice on, you know, sprites and tiles to use, this is why I can't use any of your suggestions, because a lot of them don't go with the walls here. They don't go with the floors. The only thing that goes extremely easily without hours and hours of somebody spriting away on, you know, 100 NPCs trying to make variety, is the character generator here. Because you can just click random, and you can see it changes it makes a sprite for you. It makes a character for you. Just by clicking random. You can change the clothes. It doesn't random any of that stuff. You can give them a cloak. You can give them wings and things like that if you want. There's not that many accessories, and I'm not sure if you can even download more. You probably can. I'm hoping you can. But you can see how easy it is to generate them. It's just real hard to beat this, being able to come up with a bunch of sprites. I would love to have custom sprites for each character, so that they could have even more character, but I don't think that's a possibility, unfortunately. So yeah, let's see, what should Jaden look like? That's kind of a engineer looking person. Wow, that is quite some hair. Never mind. Not rocking that hard. No, Mr. Squirrel. Mr. Blue Hair, you're kind of an engineer. He's kind of an engineer-y type, yeah. A little bit too happy. What are you so happy about, buddy? You just woke up. No, you're not stoned either. No, you're not derped out. You shouldn't be depressed too bad. Well, not yet. You probably will be. What are you doing? What is that? You must be doing some really hard drugs there. What do you see? I don't like any of these eyes. I hate anime eyes. I hate anime faces. I hate anime. Oh boy. Let's see. I could give him goggles. Cover up those eyes. That's all we've got. Okay. That's not too bad. Can we change the color? No. So he's going to have goggles on for now. And his neck we can't really see. Let's see, none. Is there an engineer looking suit? No. 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 Don't need any art. That's kind of an engineer's suit. What colors do we have? Do we have like a yellow by chance? No. Green, white, blue. I kind of like the white. It's not a very good engineer's color though. Okay, so how do I change that color then? So that that matches. Cloth 20. Can I even match that? There's no white color. Dang it. So I'm kind of colorblind here. What do we have? Is that gray? Then less gray, then red. Then I can't tell if that's green or brown. Is that lime green or tan? Seriously, I'm colorblind. This is green like money. Blue. No. None of these really make a very good engineer's color. He's not going to be running around like a nudist. He doesn't need any body armor on. That's kind of an engineer's suit right there, actually. Yellow. He kind of looks like Gordon Freeman there. Huh. You know what? That's pretty close there. He's kind of got an engineer suit on, I guess. Is what that looks like, I think. Don't need any cloaks. Tattoos. What accessories do we have? No. He's not going to have a flower yet. Maybe someday. He's definitely not a king. Doesn't need a face guard. He's not a dwarf. Now, if these were like an EVA helmet or something. More goggles. That's interesting. Various bow ties and things down there, it looks like. A neck scarf? No. That's not going to save you. You're still going to freeze to death in space. And what about tattoos? A third eye, huh? We may have somebody who has a third eye. I'm not sure yet. I don't know what that is, but no, his beard is fine. Mouth. Okay, I think that this will be Jaden. Jaden Orson for now. Until we can get Slaxer's face. Output character here. Spent a lot of time on that face for probably no reason. And I think we already have Emma. Yeah, I already know an Emma character. So, next person. Good lord, that was scary. I think I saw Kefka in there. Next person can be... I need a security guard. Got a guy named Dennis here. No Sith Master, go away. This could be kind of a security outfit. It's kind of got a tactical turtleneck there. He's prepared and ready for business. I don't have red. I guess that'll have to do. That's close enough. Cloth. Now where is... wait, I need a good security color first. There we go. Again, I'm sure you should know where a lot of these things are coming from. There's red. There's going to be a lot of referencing to Space Station 13. That looks more like the engine. That was the engineer's suit. That's kind of like security there. No, maybe. Nice little suit. I think that's more like a hoodie, though. Doesn't look too much like body armor. Not that he should really have body armor on yet. Okay. Actually, you know what? I'll give him that color for now. Accessories. Gonna have to do something about his face. I don't know what we're gonna do about it, though. What do we do? Is there anything that can be done? Or did I just land on a bad random? God, fix the eyes first. No, that is even worse. Holy crap. I'm scared here. Okay. Just gotta get... see, we gotta get the mood set with the faces in the cutscene here. And then we can build from there. He shouldn't be that smug. This is not a very good situation. So... that's a little bit of shell shock. Looks like he's taking a dump. No. Just telling you, it's these eyes. I guess maybe that. He's tired. He's seen too much in these past few days. What happens if we take his eyes even lower? That's not too bad, I guess. It could be a lot better. But does he need a beard? No. He'll be Chunkhead. That's what he's gonna be. Don't need a kimomo mimi mommy or a tail. The ears are fine. He's got that chiseled jaw. So yeah, he is... don't need any of this stuff. Okay. So this is Dennis Kitson. Again, that's a problem with the names. I've got Orson and Kitson. I don't need... probably shouldn't have two last names that end with son. It doesn't matter because they are different. But at the same time. Okay, so we've got two people there. Or at least two faces and sprites created. So let's go ahead and make the characters. Jaden is fine. So we've got Dennis Kitson. Whoops. Don't hit enter. Dennis, he's security. Security guard and husband of Emma. Apply that because I need to go import that stuff. So, let's see. Documents, no. Where's my folder at? Should be under... oh boy, where did it save that stuff? Wait, let me back out of that. Let me try that again. Graphics, characters, faces. Wait, why is that? Oh crap, I know what I'm under. My bad, because I was under BMG here. I need to go to characters and then import. Okay, but... where did it save those faces to? Hang on. Atlantis, graphics, face. Atlantis, graphics, face. Herp, Atlantis, graphics, faces. Okay, so we've got Dennis and Jaden, which is good. And, okay, if it didn't do faces, battlers. Is that where it put them? No. Characters, maybe? There's Jaden, and where's Dennis at? There's Dennis. There we go. And I think that should do. So now we should be able to find him in here, right? Maybe? Yeah, Dennis. There's his face. Even though that apparently is not going to show up correctly. Great. Dennis. Wait, where are the actors at? What did I do wrong now? Oh wait, this is... Oh, did I really do what I think I did? Why do I always do this type of stuff? You know what I did. I know what I did. Just verifying that what I did is what I did. Okay, under characters. Let's import those again. Actually, you know what? Hang on. Delete Dennis there. Yes. I'm gonna have to get all of this stuff in order. I've messed up my resources here by importing them in improper categories, and it's screwed up. So let's import. Oh god damn it! Did it permanently deleted them? I thought it was just gonna delete them from the list there, but no, it actually permanently deleted them. Well, damn it. Oh, let's see. We don't have anybody here. Well, okay, you know what? I'm not gonna worry about custom characters just yet. We'll use what they have for us already. I should still have faces though. So let's try this one more time. Under faces, we have Dennis and Jaden. Okay. So those are still there. This will be Dennis's face. And I deleted the custom characters that looked so awesome. They're gone. They're dead. Because again, I didn't know it would delete them permanently. So let's see. You can look like... about this guy for now. I'll probably recreate those characters off screen and then re-add them back in. And I'll probably won't do much more tweaking than that until then. Because I still don't have the skills mapped out. I don't know exactly what we're going to have yet. I don't have any weapons or items made yet, but we will at some point. And this is Emma Kitson. She's the medic. Medic and wife of Dennis. And we'll have better descriptions for them at some other point. But I can't be arsed to be too detailed and creative with them right now. Okay, but Emma, for now... I actually did like this character. I thought it was actually quite cute for Emma. Looks kind of like a nurse there, or a medic. And there's her face. I'm sure Slaxer will come up with a great face for her too. So we'll make that, apply it. And now we've got our characters that we should need for this cutscene. It took longer than it should have, but I ended up screwing around and ruining some of that stuff. Okay, so the place we need to be is in the Cryo Room. And this is going to be kind of a pain. I might actually end this video here at the hour mark, and whenever we come back, then we'll get around to doing the cutscene here, because this could drag on for quite some time. I could probably, and in fact I most likely will, yeah. The next video will be the cutscene. It'll be trying to piece it together. You're going to see me stumble around, and hopefully eventually by the end of the video I will have triumphed and we'll have the cutscene made. That's what these videos are for, watching me be completely stupid and then hopefully towards the end getting it to come out correctly. This one was it was nice. We've got the hallways set up here, a general idea of the first room after the first room, whenever they're going through here. I don't know if we'll actually have them start in this hallway, or if we'll make another clone of another hallway with some monsters and stuff between the cryo room and the safety room, because combat's going to be I'm not gonna make the player wait, 20 to 30 minutes to get into combat. It's gonna be, here's the cutscene, here's the story, here's your team, everybody meet each other. Oh yeah, things are bad on the space station. Let's get started. So whenever we come back, we will get started on that blasted cutscene. This should be so much fun.